Hello everybody, I'm the one with many voices and welcome back to Prison Architects. Island bound, cleared for transfer, and criminally insane. However, well, I said that in the last episode I would mess around with save files to see if, like, buying a patch of land, then reloading the previous save where you didn't buy the land, then buy the land again to see if that yields different islands. It actually does. And I created this little island down here, this little beauty, with some terraforming. I can show it to you. I actually have that save available right here, number 3. Yeah, I actually turned off the better clock mod. Game runs a little smoother now. So this was the expansion that I went with. But obviously you can't really build anything on this. I was sad to see that it was 2 separate islands. So through some serious terraforming, that's how I got this. Now this was supposed to be or become a medium security only island. However, I am a bit of a impatient little bastard. I enjoyed recording this game so much that I recorded the previous episode, which released on the first Thursday of February, 2 days after my birthday. I recorded that 2 days before Double 11 announced the new DLC. And this DLC made it so that this playthrough would become pretty much useless, because they added so many new features that I decided, like, okay, I'm just gonna try out all of the new DLC stuff. Well, almost all the new DLC stuff, and see what I can come up with myself. So, I did. I'm gonna show you the test prison that I made. Just a short little test over here. It doesn't have everything of the new DLC. It does have a good portion over here. It mainly contains of this. This is a big part of the new DLC. There's another, not a big part of the DLC. We'll get into that in the actual new playthrough. So, the Going Green and the Going Green DLC with the greenhouse patch, as it calls, focuses on farming, as well as green energy. Now, I didn't have any green energy installed in this prison yet. My original idea was that I would buy this patch of land over here, and then maybe another one over there on the other, on the further to the right. This is a medium security prison. That I would build a minimum security prison over here, where I would have that prison be powered by green energy and nothing else, as well as have prisoners work in the vegetable garden, the fruit orchard, and the farming field. Those are 3 new rooms. Then there's also the flower garden. It's a recreational room, so to say. And then the pantry, it's basically a storage specifically for kitchen ingredients and fertilizer and other stuff. That's why I have the tall fridge here, the storage shelf here. And also it's a useful thing for stuff like the water boiler. I'm going to go into detail on what this is later down the line, in the next prison. But yeah, I've got some bad news. The game has become severely unbalanced, and I'll show it to you. I did a test playthrough of this, where I only built the bottom half over here, of course, including everything over here as well. And I walled off this section so that everything up here was just empty. What I had at the time, if I go to extras, in map settings, I had dynamic reputation on. Now, dynamic reputation, prisoners can gain or lose unique reputation traits during the time in prison based around their activities and their experiences. But just like with the Island Bound DLC, I also used dynamic reputation. I also went for the good stuff. And the good stuff is basically dynamic reputation, but it's influenced by drugs and alcohol. I also used extra reputation, but as you can see for this particular playthrough, I turned all of those off. I still have all reputations revealed, fast walking, because that's useful. I have the reputations revealed on because of the protective custody inmates and the instigators, the worst kind of gators. I still give them permanent lockup, but I wish that I could show you. Can I? Well, I can show you a couple new traits. Let's see. Informants. So this is going to be basically episode 0 of the new playthrough. Let's see. Yeah, I also have some, due to one of the events in the game, where a wing of a different prison is rendered useless, and therefore those prisoners are sent to your prison. And they can be any level of security. No matter what, it always screws you over. But I am looking for a couple new traits. Foodie. A foodie wants organic meals, and that makes him happy. Now, the thing with the, as I said, I'll go over it in the actual new prison itself. But everything from the vegetable garden and the fruit orchard can be split between kitchens and exports. Everything from the farming field is pure exports. So what you can do, for instance, and that's something I did in logistics, you now have crop distribution. Right click. I have 2 kitchens, so every field of the vegetable garden and the fruit orchard will have 5% of their yield go to a kitchen, and the other 5% will go to the other kitchen, and the rest will go for exports. And as for the, as you can see, the farming field, that is pure exports. So, yeah, that as well. So, you can actually grow your own kitchen's supply. But you can also say, like, I want to export it. And you can designate, like, I want 100% of my bananas, but like only 50% of my peaches. So you've got apples, bananas, peaches, and oranges for the fruit orchard. You've got carrots, tomatoes, potatoes, and cabbages for the vegetable garden. And then the farming field only has 3. Corn, barley, and wheat. Now, corn is actually the most beneficial, apparently. Besides all of this, and the green energy, there are also 2 new wardens. I've gone with the ecologist, because the ecologist is the guy that focuses on green energy. Guess what? This person doesn't have green energy, so I picked the wrong guy. The other one, the botanist, focuses on the farming. You'll have to excuse me for a bit. Got a little frog in the throat, so to say. So yeah, I because I'm not going to continue with this person, I also picked the wrong warden for this, but that doesn't matter. There are a few new programs. Also a few new grants. The farm work safety is held in a classroom, so the classroom has yet another function. Then you have the where let's see. Oh yeah, the solar panel development that is done in the workshop, and that requires these things. And then the flower therapy is done by the gardener in a flower garden. And the flower garden, like I said, it's just aesthetics. It's just for atmosphere. You've got your sunflowers, your mixed begonias, your heather bushes, uh, hydrangea, and rose bushes, and then some random objects like a gnome, a flamingo, like a wheelbarrow, and watering can, all flower pots and such. You also have a couple new topiaries, the warden. You can't rotate them. You still can't rotate the warden statue. But, well. A recycling bin is new. Recycling is a thing. It does, in order to profit from it, it does require the research recycling incentive, which can only be done after tax relief. Also, farming is now a new research that has to be done through maintenance. So yeah. But I'll go over that all when I get there. But I was talking about the traits. So we had the foodie that we hear. We actually have a foodie dealer over here. Now the dealer is a nasty guy. He's able to get narcotics from trading, like a lot easier. But besides the dealer, we also have. Can I find you? That's an instigator. Yeah, there's gangs here. Annoying gangs. Oh yeah, Green Thumb. That's a new guy. That's pretty much the only positive guy here. He can work in the farm fields without needing that class. So you want to get if you're gonna go heavy on the crops, you want a lot of Green Thumbs. And sadly, you cannot designate this stuff to only be done by Green Thumbs, because that would be very beneficial. Of course, we've had the dealer, but I was looking for the supplier. And the supplier makes these narcotics. So this guy, a dealer and a supplier, yeah, this guy is gonna produce a crap ton of contraband. And that is the reason why I am not going to work with this prison. The only thing I've done with this prison, beyond just having it built, I've sold it. As you can see, almost $1 million. So I started with just over $1 million because of the 30,000 starting grant. But the amount of contraband that you now get in the prison is absolutely unreal. Originally, I had the dynamic reputation and the good stuff and the extra reputation on in my very first attempt. Because now there's a lot more contraband. I'm gonna do a shakedown really quick. So yeah, tasers, those are in already. Let's speed it up. Shears. Here. This is the new contraband that you're gonna see a lot of. And the thing is, you can keep your prisoners locked up for like 24 hours and do 3 different shakedowns throughout the day that they're locked up. You're still gonna be finding new drinks. It's not that your guards don't find the drinks, it's that the prisoners make the drinks. They have their ingredients taken from either the kitchen. Something that I learned, sadly, the hard way, is that the vending machines, such as the drink and the snack machine, are a golden source for ingredients. So, here you can see booze ingredients for the vending machines here. Stash location. All of the recycling bins are stash locations. The kitchen, booze ingredients as well. As you can see, the farms, lots and lots of contraband. That's why you definitely want to have a flower garden. Fine, but you need metal detectors. Because everything here is used to try and escape. So you don't want that. Luckily, you also see where people might stash some things. Toilets are obviously a great place. But, yeah. I feel that with the new contraband, and especially since prisoners can just make it freely, the game has become severely unbalanced, but not in the sense that it benefits us as players. So from now on, I really don't want to play with the good stuff, the dynamic reputation and the extra reputations. Because in one attempt, I kid you not, I had, I think, about a dozen legendary prisoners out of nothing. You know, I kept my eyes on all of the intake of the prisoners, just to see, like, okay, do we actually have legendary prisoners or not? And I didn't get a single legendary prisoner come in. But through the dynamic reputation and the good stuff, we suddenly had like 15 legendary prisoners. And not just legendary prisoners, but legendary prisoners with pretty much all of the traits. So I was just like, yeah, that's not gonna work. And I had escape attempts after escape attempts. This prison, you can see day 67. Oops, wrong button. This one. That's in custody. This much. And why? Because I had to turn on free fire. Especially since this prison does use gangs, and I do have 2 gang leaders. One here, the green gang and the red gang, they have their gang leaders in. Although I can't find the red gang leader. Or did he die? I hope he died. There was the red gang leader at least. As you can see, things got out of hand really quickly. I've even had to evict the inmates from the gangs from these areas. Furthermore, it seems that the farm fields are also eligible for gang control. Why? Probably because of all the contraband. I don't know, but we're not gonna be messing with gangs in the new upcoming playthrough, by the way. But yeah, so I just did a shakedown. I'll do another one. We had like a dozen drinks in Contraband, and you're gonna see a lot more. Probably. I hope. I want to be proven right here. So yeah, once you have the recycling initiative researched, then your recycling bags... Oops. Turns out that I have these at the wrong spot. Oopsie. 2, 3. Just added this for aesthetics, really. There. Well, I guess I might be proven wrong. But I've pretty much done shakedowns every single night. That's why I also have this many solitary. I needed it at certain points. It just wasn't fun anymore. Let's Player's Curse, as it's called. You try to explain something, to show something, and as you try it on recording, it doesn't work. But the moment I end the recording and I do another shakedown, bam, it's gone. It happens. Mark my word. Yeah. Besides all of the new stuff, I've shown the new programs. There are also new grants. Green Machine, eco-friendly, basic farming, overproduction, giving something back, self-sustaining, and advanced farming. We'll get into that in the next prison. But there are also green energy goals. And I do believe that at least one of these requires you to play with, yes indeed, weather and temperature enabled. So if you want to do the do all of the green energy goals, you don't get any money for it. Well, we'll get into this once we get there. You'll get rewards in other ways. So yeah, and we'll do these grants and those grants once we get there. I've done every other grant except Cell Block E. and accept criminally insane wing. I had plans for this prison, as I said, but I'm not gonna do that because it's broken. Broken to a point where I'm not enjoying this playthrough anymore. And I spent a lot of time on this. As you can see, 15 hours already, 15 and a half hours. And it looks nice though, definitely. But I think you're gonna like the next prison as well. That's also... Oh, can't show that yet. One final thing before I end it off, as we have another death. More recycling. More death. Yeah, mostly gang-related stuff. Probably. So these are the recycling bags. They're worth 20 apiece. And they go along with garbage and exports. Once they leave the prison. So that will contribute to some extra money. And as you can see, barley plants and corn are in the exports also. Now, we've got another bus coming in with prisoners. Just to see if there are any people in that I don't want. Not really. Of course I don't want any prisoners anymore. Well, that's a different ball game. So, what I wanted to showcase is a new way that you get income through prisoners. Up till this DLC, so before this DLC, once the green bus would come in, you would instantly get all of the money that you were supposed to get. Now that's no longer the case. Otherwise I would have gotten it by now. However, you only get it once the prisoners actually are unloaded from the bus into your delivery areas. So, keep that in mind. However, I'll do one more shakedown just because I can. And just to showcase how much contraband, I hope. Indeed. That's also a new thing. Occasionally, you'll get a little pop-up over here. Like the amount, high levels of contraband, low on cash. If you're struggling with your power supply, you'll get those kind of notifications. So, it's like the prisoners know. Oh, he's recording, so you want to look good on screen, eh? Yeah, right. So yeah, here you see the exports. So, you may want to look up the Spiffing Brit. He's a YouTuber as well from Great Britain. And he used just the farm fields, mostly the cornfields, to completely break the game. He likes to break games. There you go. 1406 exports on just a little bit of that. Nice. But, yeah, it was fun what he did. He likes to break every game that he plays. But yeah. Like I said, I am done with this prison. I've sold it. And next time, on the actual episode 1, we're gonna jump into this place. Looks nice, huh? I've already laid down all of the pathing, including in the yards, where I want to have them. Everything is accounted for. However, what I did, medium map, obviously, there are also 2 new dogs. The Bowtie Bandit and the Shepherd. I've gone with the Shepherd. I've generated forest. I'm not doing gangs. Not doing criminally insane. I am doing events. Don't remember if I do prisoner transfer, but I probably left it on. Weather temperature, staff needs. No escape plans, I believe. No unlimited funds, no bureaucracy research, no cheats and tools. And this is the botanist, as I mentioned before. He's better for if you want to go for a heavy farming playthrough. And this guy, the ecologist, which I chose in the other prison, was for the energy. However, because of the severe madness of the Contraband, I've gone with Savara Agnova because of the fact that Savara Agnova will allow me to get a little bit of money for each piece of Contraband that is found. As in mutators, nothing here. Absolutely nothing here. I'm gonna go with the super guards. Your guards are the cream of the crop. They don't screw around. They're bigger, stronger, faster, and more observant. All reputations revealed. Once again, instigators and people for protective custody, permanent lockup. I want to know them as they come in. I think that for the building phase, I'm gonna do spectral staff. It just helps speed up the process. Fast walking, I have that on. And I do believe... Nope, the contraband scanners. Metal detectors will detect all forms of contraband, but will cost 5 times as much power. And because I want to go with green energy right from the get-go in this new prison, that's okay. I'm just gonna have to produce a lot of green energy, so we're gonna do it like that. And I think that's about it. I want to showcase this still. Well, I can do that in something else. There are 2 new mutators. Roof View. It's basically a more... it's like Fog of War, but instead of looking into the shadows, you're looking onto the roof. And then whenever you have vision, you can see through the roof. And with Noir, you just get it black and white. And I kid you not. Let me show it to you. So extras, mutators. Here you have it. Nothing here. I can change this as time progresses. I could do more contraband, but I don't want to get contraband. I really want to have a nice, relaxing session. Oh yeah, reduce build dirt up. Reduce dirt build up. Hello. Just keeps your prison a little cleaner. Fast deliveries, don't need that. So yeah, fast walking, contraband scanners, nothing here. However, Noir, everything is just black, white, grey, and dull. And since I don't have any buildings, I can't showcase the roof. Not that it's important. You can mess around with it yourself if you want. So, this is the prison that episode 1 is going to be about, and this new playthrough. I'm going to be focusing mostly on green energy. I have some spaces allotted here for the farming. As a bit of a heads up, these 3 are purely for the inmates. And while I have 2 yards, 2 common rooms, 2 gyms, 2 psychologists, 2 classrooms, 2 chapels, and 2 visitations, I only have 1 workshop. This looks really funky, I know. 4 wide building. I have a few ideas that I want to mess around with. So this is going to be a minimum security only prison. That's the final thing I wanted to say, if I didn't already say that. So, yeah. These areas are the flower fields, the flower gardens, where we will have the class. But I need a contraband scanner. So, yeah. And this area behind here is going to be a forestry for the workshop. Because I want to see all... Oh, wait. Grimly Insane Wing is on? I could have sworn I turned it off. Oh well. I might do that at some point. Speaking of, if that's the case, I want to make sure that in map settings... Oh. Huh. It is off. I can enable gangs at any given time. As you can see, prison transfer and events are on. A little weird if you ask me. But oh well. This is gonna be it for me today. I'm sorry that we're not gonna continue with the island-bound prison, but I see no purpose into it anymore. And especially with all the new extra contraband, it would just break the game in such a way that I wouldn't be having any fun. So, I'm the one with many voices. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Welcome to February, second month of the channel. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.